Hey guys, welcome to another review. And this review is for the movie Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid. It stars Joaquin Phoenix, Nathan Lane, and Amy Ryan. And the movie is written and directed by the man himself, Ari Aster. Or Ari Assface. He seems like a nice guy, I think. But Hollywood directors are nice guys these days, though, but who the fuck knows? Anyways, I digress. This movie is a 3-hour dark comedy, sort of fantasy, coming of age sort of story about a man losing his mother and him going on this journey of self discovery through him, different times, different ages throughout his life, figuring out what life is to him and about his relationship with his mother. And you see him in through different body types, different forms of his age. It's a very weird movie. I mean, very weird movie. This is Ari Aster we're talking here. And it's very A24. Y'all know what I mean when I mean by A24. But I made a choice. I was skeptical because, well, I don't like a damn movie Ari Aster has done. I was not one of those people in the hype train for Hereditary. I know everyone calls it an amazing movie. I'm not a fan. And I thought Midsummer was garbage. That was a horrible movie. Um, so I'm like, why the fuck am I gonna go see his other movie? Like, why do I give a shit about an Ari Aster movie? But, early screening, early review, come on. People want to hear your opinions, even though it's going to be kind of obvious. This movie's 3 hours. And it is pretentious dribble. that's what I'm going to title this video. Pretentious dribble. A lot of philosophical ideas that you know exactly what they're talking about. A lot of long pauses, long shots, visual eeriness. There's some very David Lynchian things. There's even some Hitchcock things. The movie tries to be scary one moment, hilarious one moment, deep and meaningful, romantic, and all these other twisty genres. It's weird. I will say Joaquin Phoenix, as always, is quite good. He's quite excellent. He's always good. He's not the problem. The movie's the problem. God, it was agonizing to sit through. The moment the movie began, 15 minutes in, looked at my phone, and I'm like, oh my god, when's this movie gonna end? It's not a very consistent story. It doesn't have the traditional 3-act structure, which it doesn't have to. Helps, but doesn't have to. The movie goes in weird directions that I'm like, what the fuck is he even trying to say now? He's being artsy for the fact of being artsy. God, we have Yorgos Lanthimos on our hands. Pretentious to be pretentious. Art house to be art house. Avant-garde to be avant-garde. Not for me. Absolutely not. Couldn't stand this movie. Wanted to walk out halfway through because I was falling asleep halfway through and then getting annoyed 2/3 the way through. So, wasn't a fan. Very artsy, very abstract. You'll probably see a shit ton of videos when this movie comes out about dissecting the meanings of these characters and these plots, and look how deep and meaningful this movie is, and look what this means. What does this shot mean? What does this ending mean? I tell you what this ending means. It means a shit ass ending. That's what it means. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that dissect some of these scenes. Like, oh, what was the filmmaker trying to say? I don't care. It's not even interesting what he's trying to say. Anyone could just point a camera at a river and then creepy lighting happens and then a jump scare happens. You're like, that jump scare, that's his mother in his past life, and it means something. That there's a tragedy within his childhood. I'm like, oh dear God. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know. Just, this wasn't my thing. I know there are people who are going to dig the shit out of this movie, called the best movie of the year. Classic A24. Cool. I'm not here to insult people who like this movie. I'm not. It's not why I'm here. I'm not going to call you, like, pretentious for liking this movie. I'm just calling the movie itself just pretentious. It's just artsy pretentiousness, and I like some artsy films. There's even some Terrence Malick movies I don't mind, but not from. I don't like this one. Just personally, this is a personal review, man. Personal review. Could not stand a second. Joaquin Phoenix, I really enjoyed. Didn't like the story. Didn't like the artsy pretentiousness. Didn't like how the shots were laid out. I don't like these weird meanings that go absolutely nowhere, and then there's other hidden meanings. There's like 80 things they're trying to put in this movie. It's a long movie. 3 hours and you feel it. This ain't like Once Upon a Time. It's not like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Or like a Parasite. Or The Irishman. Very long movies, but the time flies by because they're just such intriguing stories and just they're very enjoyable films with good characters. I don't even remember a single character's name other than Beau because the movie's named after him. He's the titular character, but couldn't stand it. If I had to give it a rating on a personal level, it would be a 3 out of 10 because I literally couldn't stand it. It was probably the least fun I had at a movie theater. I was like, I want to go watch the Mario Brothers movie again. Yeah, critics hate it, but who gives a fuck? That's a fun movie. So yeah, take what you will. If you want to see this movie, go ahead. If you love the A24 artsy films, you're going to love this one. It's just for you. Especially if you like Ari Aster. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts and opinions on the filmmaker Ari Aster? Are you a fan of him? Do you think he's overrated? Love to know your opinions. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the duck side.